Yeah, I'm married, so I don't even like to say my man. I like to say my husband.
Your husband.
Right.
Let's say, for example, the question on the table is,
Yeah.
forever to come until now, can you satisfy your man sexually the whole time? Till you guys die or...
Yeah, I think that's the point of marriage in like a godly sense, to have like God as the foundation. I think that I agree with your...
Well, the point and purpose of marriage is family.
Right, exactly.
And that's the bedrock, right?
Right.
So monogamy, the whole point of getting married and being involved in a monogamous relationship is to set an example for the children.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
And
she ain't having no kids though. She on birth control.
Yeah,
Let me correct that. I cannot wait to have a family. I used to be one of them girls that was like, let me put my career over a relationship, and I used to be that girl.
Okay.
I really used to be very like independent woman. I don't need a man. Like I used to have that
But can't you make the argument that you're still doing that now, being on birth control?
When you getting off?
I'm really...
And,
hey, that's God's plan.
When you getting off?
That's God's plan.
So I had a question for him because she was talking about how you marry a good girl but her sex is bad. Do you guys think about teaching your girl how to feed you?
No, for real. Like,
yeah,
do you think about teaching your girl how to feed you? Hold on, before you like cheat, do you try to teach your girl how to satisfy you so you don't have to cheat? Because I feel like if you're married and still want to cheat, it's like, damn, why you gave this girl your ring?
I will always be a stripper because men will always cheat.
Hold on.
I would like to hear his response.
Let's respond to this.
I would like to hear your response.
Go ahead.
So we're gonna have differing views on this, but I don't believe in monogamy. I think it's a concept that is just doesn't. Most guys don't want it, right? Obviously, if you're religious and you know that's fine. It is what it is. But my thing is, I look at it like one woman is almost never going to sexually satisfy you as a man. You're always going to want variety. That's what we yearn for. That's what we want.
Why?
So
I want to know.
Can you shut the fuck up, man?
You might know if you didn't finish the sentence.
Let's go to Rumble.
Like, bro, I'm literally going to explain it right now, and you're over here just interrupting. Like, shut up, man. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Like, I don't want you interrupting me again. If I'm speaking, you just shut up. Period. All right? Anyway, so men crave variety from women. So we don't want to necessarily be monogamous. So what I would say is, like, yeah, you can obviously coach your girl to become better at sex, but that's not the most important thing. Because when it comes to your main girl, we don't got to go to Rumble yet.
Yeah, we do.
It's an hour in?
Yes.
An hour and a half?
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely Rumble.
All right, we'll switch over to Rumble. Guys, come on over to Rumble, rumble.com/fresh&fit. You can always coach your girl to become better, but, you know, at the end of the day, guys are always going to want variety. But I don't look at I'm not getting with my girl and making her my main girl for sex. Like, that's the worst reason to make a girl your girlfriend, in my opinion. It's just for sex, because her beauty's going to fade, her sexuality is going to fade. You got to get something more than that. So is she pleasant to be around? Is she not a pain in the ass? Is her past clean? Does she come from a good background? Is she an asset versus a liability? I would argue most women are liabilities. So if you can find a girl that's an asset, then that in itself is worth more than the sexuality. Because you can outsource that, assuming you're not going to be monogamous. Now, if you're going to be monogamous, maybe that's more important to you.
That's what I'm saying. So you're going to be open with your wife. Like, you're my main girl, but I still...
Yes, I'm very honest with girls.
Okay,
yes.
that's all. I
would have multiple wives. But the religion I come from, right, is you have multiple wives.
Okay.
One more question. So a man in a man's world, y'all would just want to have the best of both worlds?
Well, no, we have different views on this. So I would come from it from a Christian ethical standpoint. I think that monogamy is what we're called to do. I don't disagree with him in this sense. I think that if most men could choose to have multiple women with zero consequence, yeah, of course, I think that they would, right? So just like I think if they had the option of all things equal, the same woman, but one was 20 years younger than the other one, they would go for the one 20 years younger, okay? I'm not unreasonable in that I don't understand these things. Right. But I also understand that if you look at kind of the keys to happiness and the keys to following a good, virtuous life, monogamy is one of those keys. Problem is that most women now have no virtue. And so what's the point in being with a woman with no virtue?
She belongs to the streets.
None, right? I think that sexual compatibility between men and women is not that complex. Okay, I don't think it's that complicated, and it tends to grow over time. Right. Just like love tends to grow over time.
Men are satisfied with very little. It's the women that need everything. To be honest, it's the women that are dissatisfied with everything. It's the guys are happy, but they don't give a shit.
Like, here's a good question: what guy have you ever given oral sex to who wouldn't go back for round two?
Ooh.
None, right? So because they're satisfied with very little. That's the point.
One more question for you.
Ladies.
Yeah.
One more question.
Real quick. How many in here have a man? How many of you? 1, 2, 3.
Damn, 2.
Yeah, he's gonna be watching this. Fuck, I have a man.
Do you think?
My dad passed away, so that's why I don't have
Passed
a
away?
man. Yeah,
Which one?
so I don't want y'all to like.
Right.
Okay.
Do you think that you can sexually satisfy your man by yourself?
Hell no. I need
course.
threesomes.
Beth? Just by yourself? Forever?
Bet you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Why?
I feel like.
Why?
Wait.
Well,
Beth is
because
here?
I feel like guys like to have a lot of different varieties, so I feel like they're not gonna want to like have sex with me like forever. I feel like, at least that's just what I think.
So if he cheats, is it okay?
Huh?
If he cheats on you, is it okay?
At least to me, it's not. But
Would you stay?
yeah, and I have in the past. So
Okay, W Beth.
What about you?
Sorry, what was the question?
She's
question-
married.
the question
She's the
was-
married one.
Yeah, I'm married, so I don't even like to say my man. I like to say my
Well,
husband.
your husband.
Right.
Let's say, for example, the question on the table is
Yeah.
forever to come until now, can you satisfy your man sexually the whole time? Till you guys die or...
Yeah, I think that's the point of marriage in like a godly sense, to have like God as the foundation. I think that I agree with your
Well, the point and purpose of marriage is family.
right, exactly.
And that's the bedrock, right?
right.
So monogamy, the whole point of getting married and being involved in a monogamous relationship is to set an example for the children.
Right, exactly.
And
She ain't having no kids though. She on birth control.
Yeah.
I
It is to procreate.
Let me correct that. I cannot wait to have a family. I used to be one of them girls that was like, let me put my career
I mean, you saw
over
her.
a
You saw-
relationship,
you
and I
saw her,
used
though.
to be that girl.
Okay.
I really
her.
used to be very like independent woman. I don't need a man. Like I used
But
to have
can't you
that
make the argument that
mentality.
you're still doing that now,
Yeah.
being on birth control?
When you getting off?
I'm really.
And
Hey, that's
the podcast
God's
too.
plan.
When you getting
That's
off?
God's plan.
God's plan.
So
What?
yeah.
I feel like she's not on birth control.
God's plan.
It is God's place.
God planned that you were on birth
She's
control?
100%.
No, I'm saying like when it's time to start a family. I think
When-
Well,
you know when
but
God
wait,
kind
she's
of-
26
by the way.
when God leads.
She's 26, Andrew.
When
But
you
if
get-
you're saying on God's
you
plan,
get
I
off?
feel like you're not on birth control.
I'm not answering if I'm on or not. That's just
You
so-
just did. Shorty smart.
if you were on birth control, let's
Yeah.
say, how would that be God? If you were off of birth control, wouldn't your family? Wouldn't that be what God's plan was?
God's
to be
plan.
off.
Wouldn't that be
If
the
you
devil's
were off,
choice?
right? Wouldn't that be God's plan for when you had a family?
Yeah, that's actually something that I've been thinking about a lot. Like I've been thinking about, okay, what does God think about birth control and women having that control over when they
The same
do or
thing he
don't
thinks
start a
about
family, if that makes
prostitutes.
sense?
But wait. All women have access to birth control.
Right.
What is it?
What is what?
What is the access all women have to birth control?
It's a
What
woman's
what's the
choice.
access? What do you mean?
Abstinence, right?
Oh, abstinence. Yeah.
If you don't have sex, what's the result, right? No kids.
Right.
So the thing is that if every woman everywhere has always had access to birth control.
Right.
So the question here is, you're using it to delay the birth of children,
Right.
Because you're trying to plan, right?
Right.
I'm going to plan this. I'm going to plan that. I'm going to plan this.
Right.
That's
She's
the whole
the God
point,
in her
right?
life.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's something that I think about a lot of times is like, are we trying to control our own lives by picking and choosing that to possibly happen, if that makes sense? Like, are we going
Or you're trying
against,
to control for the outcome,
right?
right?
Are we going against what God wants? Like, yeah. So I think that's something that I'm still praying about for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you logically think?
What do I logically think about women who use birth control?
Yeah, do you think that God would want you on birth control?
I don't know. I think that's like a personal relationship between you and God. Like
That's
you
why
would,
I'm asking you personally. Do you think
oh, you're asking me
personally? Yeah.
personally. Okay. Do I personally think that God would want me on birth control right now? I think that I'm supposed to have a family, and I'm gonna just say that.
I don't think it's God's plan. I think it's your plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
What about you? You have a boyfriend as well.
Yes, I do.
Can you satisfy him the whole time?
Of course.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Of course.
Did he ever cheat before?
Have I ever cheated?
Has he ever cheated on you before?
Okay, so a nigga's gonna,
The answer's no, nigga. The answer's no.
Let me keep it a buck. A nigga gonna be a nigga, you feel me? A nigga gonna be a nigga. Have I caught him fit, like, actually having intercourse with a bitch before? No.
They're really good.
Hold on, mama. Hold on. Hold on.
Good luck finding
Like, no, I've never caught him cheating on me before. No. Have I had to, like, tell him, like, yo, this is not the way. If you want to do something you want to do and go around your own way, that's cool. Yeah, I had to have that talk before, but that's just what comes with commitment and loving somebody for real wholeheartedly, you know? So if I love him
So
wholeheartedly...
your own experience proves that you can't satisfy your guy sexually by yourself.
No, I can't, because guess what? I'm still fucking that night, and I'm still pleasing that night, and I'm still doing that, you know? And where he at? Still right there. Who he gonna call?
That wasn't the question.
Me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That's the question. Can I satisfy him? Yes.
Where's he at right now?
He's working. Y'all always ask me this when he's working. He's working.
You don't know where he's at.
He's working. Why y'all always say that shit? He's fucking working. Like, what the fuck?
Look, unless a guy is extremely religious, right? Like, you know, Andrew, and, you know, has his convictions, etc. Most guys are gonna cheat on you, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And that's just real, and that's why I'm telling y'all, like, you feel me? That's the real.
That's why at the beginning I wanted to
can't
separate
please him. I could make that nigga come. Yes, I can. Yes, I can please that nigga.
We doesn't go
Satisfy
anywhere
him.
else.
No, he don't go nowhere. I lived with my man for 6 years. He don't go nowhere. He don't go nowhere.
But you had suspicions of him.
No, on a phone, texting. Yes. Do he go anywhere? Do I have
That's
his
the
location?
point. He
I have
wants
his
to.
location, yo.
He wants to do it though.
I have his location. Stop.
Yo, you know what I would do if I was with her?
It's mutual.
Leave my phone home.
Leave it at
Go
work.
smash, come back.
No.
But just
No.
Evil.
no one say you would never know.
You know what I've noticed is a trend with this panel? Like, we'll ask a question and they won't answer the question. They'll answer
I
what
did
in
answer
their
the
head
question.
they think
Is
is
right.
the answer, but like they won't answer the actual question that was proposed.
They answer what they want to hear.
Yeah,
Like,
which is incredible.
Like strip over here.
It's a very feminine thing.
Don't do my